The real reason Jo Koy changed his name. Joseph Glenn Herbert is a stand-up comedian from the United States who performs under the stage name Jo Koy. He appeared on the panel of the late-night talk show Chelsea Lately, which is broadcast on E! Since then, he has starred in a series of specials for Comedy Central and Netflix. Why did he decide to change his name in the first place? We will reveal the reason in today's video, so let's get started. The real motivation behind it. In the entertainment industry, changing one's name is uncommon. There are many different interests behind why famous people decide to change their given names. Some people do it for privacy reasons. Others change it because their real names are more difficult to remember than others. Yet others have devised inventive monikers to improve the recall of their names. Take, for instance, Bruno Mars as an example. The singer, who has won a Grammy Award, goes by his real name, which is Peter Gene Hernandez. But he chose a stage name that is more well-known for his work in the music industry. In the meantime, Jamie Foxx's given name is Eric Marlon Bishop. He chose this name after observing that female stand-up comedians could always obtain slots because there were so few. We all know and love Jo Koy because he's a stand-up comedian, and there's nothing more enjoyable than laughing at someone else's jokes. In every setting, his humor hits home with an audience. For decades, he has made us all laugh, and we will be forever thankful. When we don't know what's going on, the future is unknown, and the present is fraught with doubt. Comedy becomes paramount. Despite putting a smile on many people's faces, he was nonetheless the target of insults because of his hideous name. Then there's Jo Koy, who says that coming up with a stage name was easier thanks to the assistance of his aunt. However, if others hadn't found it so funny, Koy would have probably kept the name given to him at birth. If you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel if you haven't subscribed yet to show us your support. Now let's continue. According to Jo Koy, people used to make fun of his name. The real name behind Jo Koy's stage moniker isn't quite as memorable. The comedian shared that early in his career, he faced widespread ridicule due to his unique name. The year 1989 was the beginning of Joe's stand-up career. He informed the crowd at his performance that he used to go with his true name, Joseph Glenn Herbert. When the audience began to roar with laughter, Joe announced that's why he changed his name. Koy's name was a popular topic for his performances when he performed at open mics and other small venues. Koy revealed in an interview with the Las Vegas Weekly that he frequently faced jeers because of his name, which almost no one could pronounce correctly. It wasn't very pleasant each time for him to go on stage. The crowd would jeer at him. The name Herbert appears. During the MC's 5-minute Herbert segment, they would inevitably mispronounce the word at least once. He grew sick of everyone making fun of it, so he decided to alter it. After that, Koy solicited the assistance of his cousin to come up with an alternative name, and the two of them initially experimented with various permutations of his birth name. His cousin laughed and said yes because his name sucks. Joe was fortunate in that his aunt came to the rescue and assisted him in developing a stage name that Koy liked. Jo Koy said his aunt owns the credits for his stage name. It wasn't until his aunt called him to the table at a family event that Jo Koy decided on a stage name, Jo Koy. Eat Jo Koy. He recalled that his aunt Evelyn had called. "Oh my god, it was like, that's my name." He revealed his new name on the Jo Koy in his Element special, saying she's been naming him that his whole life, but it wasn't until then that he decided he had to alter his name. Interestingly, Joe didn't learn why his aunt called him so much later in life. It is just a meaningless pet name with no real significance. She always referred to me as Jo Koy. He couldn't explain it, he stated to the Virginian Pilot in 2010. The only way that Koy found out was when he took his aunt out to eat and immediately asked her about it. I stared at her and then I said, "Look, Auntie, a lot of journalists would ask me where I got my name and I don't have a narrative. So if you don't mind, could you fill me in on the backstory of how you came up with the name Jo Koy?" It would appear that his aunt never referred to him as Jo Koy. She glanced and replied, "I won't name you Jo Koy. I call you Jo Koy," as she was addressing him. And for those back home who are wondering what that means, Tagalog's term "ko" means mine. My friends call me my Joe, Jo Koy. What a lovely thing to say. The selection of Koy's moniker appears to have resulted from a fortunate coincidence. The only thing that bothers him is every one of his names contains spelling errors. Well, that's all for today's video. Tell us in the comments section what you thought of this one. I really hope that you found this video interesting. If you want to see more just like this, then please consider subscribing for more. And don't forget to give comments and provide us with your valuable feedback. We'll see you in the next video with some more interesting celebrities, facts, and stories. And until then, stay tuned.